Oh, hello. I was just reading a riveting novel about algebra. You know, we use it almost every day without even realizing it. Come, join me as we explore the wondrous things about algebra together.
Now, let's begin with foiling. Foiling stands for front, outside, inside, last. So foiling can help you solve a binomial. Here's an example. Now, in order to solve this equation, we must FOIL. Let's start with front, which is x squared. Outside, which is 7x. Inside, which is 3x. And last, which will be 21. Now we must combine like terms, x's and numbers. So it would be x squared plus 10x plus 21. And there's your answer.
Now, wasn't that fun? Let's move on to factoring. Factoring is finding the terms that multiply to get a product. It's like taking the answer that you got for a foiling problem and trying to find the number that made it. Now, let's start with this equation. X squared plus 4x plus 3. Let's think of two numbers that add to give me 4 and multiply to give me 3. How about 7 and 9? No, that won't work. 4 and 1? Oh! 3 and 1. Let's check to make sure. Now, let's see, what shall we do? 3 plus 1 equals 4. Aha, that one works. Alright. 3 times 1 equals 3. Wonderful! Now, let's write out the problem. Shall we? We're going to write out the problem like this. X plus 3 x plus 1. Now, let's FOIL, just to make sure. Let's remember how to FOIL. Oh, that's right, front, x squared, outside, x, inside, 3x, and last, 3. Now that we have the right answer, let's not forget to combine like terms. Your final answer would be x squared plus 4x plus 3. But wait, there's another kind of factoring problem. Instead of our last problem, which went x squared plus bx plus c, what if we had a number in front of x squared? This would be written as ax squared plus bx plus c. Here's an example. 2x squared minus 6x minus 20. To make this problem simpler, divide it by a common number. In this case, you can use 2. So it would become x squared minus 3x minus 10. Now, factor as normal. What do you think adds to negative 3 but multiplies to negative 10? 2 and negative 5, you say? Sure! Now let's write it in factoring form. X plus 2 and x minus 5. Alrighty then, time to FOIL. Front, x squared. Outside, negative 5x. Inside, 2x. And last, negative 2. Oh wait, that can't be right. Let's just fix that there. What could be the correct answer? Oh, that's right. Negative 10. Alright, now don't forget to simplify and combine like terms. X squared minus 3x minus 10. Now, let's put it back into the original equation, which would be x plus 2 x minus 5. Now remember that 2 we had before? Just stick it right in front. The quadratic formula is an amazing equation. It can help us find 1, 2, or no solutions. These solutions can help us graph a parabola, which is a curved graph. Come, let's dive deeper into the aspects of algebra. Now let's look at the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Let's look at an equation where we can use the quadratic formula. X squared minus 5 plus 6. Now, let's just add in these numbers to the quadratic equation. X equals 5 plus or minus the square root of negative 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times 6 over 2 times 1. Let's simplify this so that we can continue to find the solution. X equals 5 plus or minus the square root of 25 minus 24 over 2. Now, more simplifying, x equals 5 plus or minus 1 over 2. Now, we have two different answers because you do the equation 2 times. Once with plus, this would equal 6 over 2, which is 3, and minus 4 over 2, which is 2. Now, let's factor using the quadratic equation. Let's use an example. X squared minus 5 plus 6. Now, let's start out by finding a number that adds to get 5 and multiplies to get 6. Negative 5 and 1? No. 5 and negative 1? No. -2 and -3. That's it. Now, let's put it into foiling form, which would be x minus 2 and x minus 3. Now, what can we do with these two problems so that they would both equal 0? Add 2 and add 3? Yes, correct. Now it equals 0. When graphing a parabola, these two numbers will be your x-intercepts, 2 and 3. And here we have our finished parabola. Our x-intercepts we found using the quadratic formula or factoring. Our vertex we found using h and k, h being -b over 2a and k we plugged into our original equation as x. The y-intercept is easy to find because it is always c in our original equation. And the line of symmetry is symmetrical with our y-intercept. Wasn't that fun? I've always believed that math has been a big part of everyday life. It can open new doors. Exponentials can help you figure out how long it'll take you to pay off your debt. You use it every day. It's amazing. Now let's look at some exponential equations, shall we? There are 4 rules